I got the small satellite package, like my small package in my underwear.
All right, starting a little bit early today. I got lots of stuff to do, y'all, so I decided to go on a bit early today. Sorry for the early wake-up call. If you're used to the comment show going on a little bit later, but kind of have to, you know. What's up, Gina? Good morning to you. Gina, I responded to your email. Yeah. So we've got a lot of great comments, and why don't I just get right into it? Course Keeper with the Bernie. What's up, Bernie? Keeper says.
Good morning, Keeper.
Bernie's in studio for a second here. What's up, Bernie?
Oh, beautiful.
Hi.
Beautiful, handsome.
We're gonna have a day, aren't we? I got a busy day ahead of me.
Day.
Fuzzy, welcome. Nice to have you here. Cricket Cinema, thank you for being here. Big Chief in the house. What's up, Hefe? Buttercup is in the hizzy. Nanny's is here. Happy Saturday to you. Foxy's in the house. What's up, Foxy? Got snow to move. I ain't got any snow here. KT Pita in the hizzy with the coffee. What's up, KT? What's up, PJ Becky? Says Bernie.
Becky.
All right, let's get started because we've got so many comments. I might as well just dive right in. Let me share these comments with you. Starting at the bottom here with Moth Mudang. Wasn't around for the live. Busy time of the year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all. MLH, sorry, I know you love to say the name. I do, Moth Mudang. Just like I like saying Moth Mudang, Barbara Budapest, and Brenda Baldoff. You know, those are my three favorite names to like say, like all dramatic, you know, like I'm doing something special or something, you know. But thank you, Marth, for leaving me a comment. Breezy's in the house. What's up, Breezy? Nice to have you here. Buenos dias. Becky says. Oh, get out of here, Becky Cabrona. All right, let's continue on here. Breezy, who I just mentioned, said, thank you. This is a great stream. I didn't want to select that. It's a great stream. I had to replay because I joined late. Doesn't your name have to be on the actual bill to prove residence, like a water bill or electric bill? I believe so. That's how it works here in Colorado, Breezy, but I don't know how it works in California. There's all kinds of workarounds and shit that people do. So I'm sure he's going to do a workaround. I mean, I mean, he's got to scramble to do something, you know. We'll talk a little more about Slappy here in a minute. Bloomy says, replay crew, thank you for being on the replay crew. Everybody that is on the replay crew, I do appreciate that big time. Rochelle on the replay crew as well. The replay crew is strong. I really appreciate the replay crew. Fila says, Merry Christmas, Mr. and Mrs. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas, MLH and the crew, and to chat who also make the show and the mods. Yeah, it's a collective effort, isn't it, Afila? I truly believe that. This is a strong community. You know, and we're gaining subs slowly but surely. So, you know, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Like within 3 months, I could be at 7,000. I hit 7,000. And then, you know, we easily could get up to 10,000 by summer. I mean, easily. I could see it because once you hit the 7K mark, usually that's when YouTube starts to take notice. You know, they'll throw you a bone every once in a while. Tina McBride, the latest Monster Squad member, said, this is my new channel to watch. Love from a new sub from Scotland. Thank you, Tina. I really appreciate it. It's going to take people like Tina to make the channel even stronger and grow. I do appreciate that. Newfie Princess, awesome stream. I loved it. Thank you very much, Newfie. Appreciate you. Brenda Baldoff. Remember I said Brenda? Brenda Baldoff. What's up, Tina McBride? I just spoke your name. I watch my streams and that's what matters, KT says. Yeah, well, you know. Sloppy is more accurate. Well, sloppy slappy. Faded Joe, what's up? Nice to have you here. As always. Appreciate it. Yeah, Tina, welcome on in. I didn't see you in the live, but nice to have you in here. Sassy's in here. What's up, Sassy? Nice to have you in here. If I missed you, I'm sure the mods gave you a very, very warm welcome. So welcome on in, everybody. Brenda, thank you. Replay crew, I've been last minute Christmas shopping. You got caught in that little kerfluffle, Brenda. I always like to get my stuff done way in advance. As a matter of fact, I started October this year planning for Christmas because I know it gets too hectic around Christmas. This year, we were not scrambling in the least at the last minute because I hate that shit. It sucks. It really does suck. But thank you for listening. Chumley can shit in one hand and wash on the other. See one fills up the fastest and wish on the other end. Yeah, Brenda, he's man. I'll talk a little bit about it because there's some weird shit going on for sure. Beachcomber. The lovely Beachcomber, I see your comments in Reddit. You're a champion over there. Replay crew here. Nice to catch up on the stupidity of MVP after a full day of shopping and spending time with family before Crimble. Awesome, Beachcomber. I hope everybody had a great holiday. I had a low-key holiday. I ate breakfast at Denny's with my lovely Bernie and my favorite waitress. So it was a good day. It wasn't a bad day at all. I don't think the day before, Bernie and I went up to Wyoming just to hang out and chill for an hour or so, you know, and ate lunch there and came on back to Denver. It was a much needed break. And by the way, I'm thinking of taking some more time off, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. El Ron, surely, let's see, fairly sure that in Cali, if the job is less than 7,500, you don't need a general contractor license or be bonded. You do need a handyman license. I think you're right, El Ron. That is true, but he doesn't have that. And that's why he's afraid. I'll talk about that a little bit too. He's actually afraid of my saying, you know, if somebody wanted to report him at that address, and he gave the address himself. It wasn't me. I mean, everybody's blaming me for doxing and stuff. That's absolutely inaccurate. He doxed the address. He doxed the license plate. So this is all on him. So I can't wait till he gets to the point where he's going to do an RO or a lawsuit against me, because I'll just point to the fact that none of this was me. This was all him that said these things and did these things. You see, that's how it works. And that's why it was very specifically, you know, done in the manner DT was done in the manner to basically use his own words as the basis for the show. So it's I'm very, like, as confident as he seems right now. I actually am that confident that there's nothing that he can do that would disturb my lifestyle right now. So I'm not worried about that, but we will talk a little bit about that later. Because unlike him, I don't spell out all the strategies online like he does. I might mention a thing or two, but I never give full strategy for what I'm doing or what I plan on doing, etc. He's so dumb in that manner, and you know, it's just not the way that I do things. I am more of plan it out type of dude behind the scenes. Cinderella says, Merry Christmas, you two. Thank you very much, Cinderella. I hope you had a very good holiday. Denise H on the replay crew, happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Denise. Denise, another Reddit champion. I see you out there, Denise. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I need support now more than ever, y'all, because I'm getting it on a lot of fronts. Brenda with another comment. Replay crew, Merry Christmas to you both. My favorite Christmas song is White Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Yeah, that's a good one, Brenda. I like some Christmas music. You know, some Christmas music I'm not very fond of, like that Charlie Brown Christmas song I'm not very fond of, that Paul McCartney horrible Christmas song, you know, stuff like that. I can't wait till the Christmas song shit is done. They usually play Christmas songs till New Year's, which I never understood. Halloween, they'll get rid of Halloween shit even before Halloween is here. Christmas stuff lingers. Like, I don't know what it is. The Christmas stuff just lingers. Kelly on the replay crew as well. Oh shit, hold on. I gotta here we go. I just gotta do this. Where's my download button? Oh, come on. I gotta download this thing real quick. All right. Think I got it. Hold on. Somebody sent me a link. To that person that sent me a link, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I got that. I got it. Person that sent me that link. I got to rename this though. Let's see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Here, I just got to rename this. Part 1. Okay. Very good. Now I just need to put it in this little dealio, and then here we go. Okay. Yep. All right. I got it now. All right. Let's get back to business at hand here. Thank you very much, Kelly. Replay crew here. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Buttercup, replay crew. Sorry I missed it. It's all good, Buttercup. I know that you can't always be here. I do appreciate you helping out on the mod crew. I need to come up with a special name for the mod crew. I'll think about that. Richelle on the replay crew. Thank you very much. And thank you for being a Monster Squad member, Richelle. Rib Guy, boy, I did not need to see the moon this early in the morning. Replay crew here, since standard time is so random. Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you very much, Rib Guy. Yeah, I did an early one for reasons, like I'm doing an early one today. Sunshine says, replay, Merry Christmas to everyone. So you see, the replay crew is strong and very valuable. I do appreciate the replay crew. L. Ron Liar laughing at the sound clip I have of Slappy basically saying my butt hurts. Here it is.
My butt hurts.
Right on, Elron Liar. Thank you very much. And thank you for being a Monster Squad member, Elron. I very rarely I have sometimes I miss people that are members, and I don't want anybody to think that I take any of you for granted, because I don't. I appreciate it. I really do. Moth Meringue again. Hey, MLH chat mods. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to you, Marth. A Girl, Merry Christmas, MLH, DT crew, and MLH fam. Thank you very much, A Girl. I appreciate you for being here and commenting. And the lovely Southern Yankee, replay crew member here, wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas. Bernie, I hope you get to feeling better. MLH and Bernie, enjoy your mini vacation. See you on Friday. We did have kind of a cool little mini vacay, right? Little getaway up to Wyoming. It was kind of nice.
Fun.
Yeah.
I want to do that again.
You want to do it again? Yeah.
I like that restaurant.
Yeah, we ate at a really cool restaurant.
The best beer ever on the planet.
That beer did smell and taste really good. She had a mango beer.
It was really good.
Yeah. Bloomy Brooms on the replay crew again. Thank you very much. CBF, I connected my new headphones for this head desk. Yeah, it was pretty head desky, right, CBF? Elron Oya Bembe. Replay crew, I'm working for Christmas, off for New Year's, though. I guess that's a decent trade-off, Elron. You know, preferably both holidays off, but hey, if you can only have one, you know. Breezy replay and wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Breezy. Thank you very much. I think you're in chat, but thank you. Happy holidays, Bernie and MLH. Thank you very much, John Denicola. Appreciate you. Old school member there, or subscriber there. Denise H, old school member. Replay crew, have a wonderful holiday. Wonderful holiday to you, Denise. I hope you had a really, really good one. I appreciate you. Kind of my thing 2 days ago says, ain't it good to know police will promote cops that do disgusting things? Because she was promoted to a sergeant after this incident. I actually think she was promoted to lieutenant, kind of my thing. That's the word that I got. That's my most popular video, by the way, is the when a Smurf cop attacks. So yeah. NJS says, Merry Christmas back at you, Bernie and MLH. Thank you very much, NJS. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. Keeper, who's in chat, says, Merry Christmas, Bernie. How dare you, Keeper? How dare you? And Merry Christmas. I don't know why you call me MSP. What does that mean, Keeper? Still Sassy, who I believe is in chat, says, Merry Christmas, MLH and Bernie. Enjoy each other and the day. We did. It was nice to just have a couple of days of rest and relaxation. Although you guys really want to know what I did on Christmas. I told you guys we ate breakfast. Right after we ate breakfast, I helped Bernie clean her store. Because it was like the only day that we were going to have to, you know, clean out her store and, you know, make it real pretty and all that. So, I helped her with that. That was a task, but we got it done. Buttercup with some emojis. Thank you very much, Buttercup. Newfie Princess, Merry Christmas to you and yours. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Nanny says, Merry Christmas, Bernie and MLH. Merry Christmas to you, Nannies. Gina, who I believe is in chat right now, says, Merry Christmas, MLH and Bernie. Gina, I hope you had the merriest of holidays. I know you've been going through it, and I'm confident you're going to prevail in your lawsuit, even with their stupid legal team that they got over there. I reviewed all of that stuff, and I did see it at the time, and I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing, Gina, and keep at it, girl. You're a champion for sure. Fabdriz with the Merry Christmas. Hey, Fabdriz, if you're in chat, I don't know if Fabdriz is in chat. We are going to have a special New Year's Eve hot tub with the supercut. I didn't have time to put the broomies together, but we're still going to do the categories on the fly. And, you know, you're Bernie's been wanting to get back to doing hot tub, but it just schedule wise just not working out. But Fabdra is very, very cherished member of the hot tub. Breezy with the Merry Christmas. Thank you, Breezy. Paige, Merry Christmas to you too. Words of wisdom. Never let Boofs work on your plumbing. It's been proven that he's incapable of laying pipe. Paige. Solomon, Kevole, MLH, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. Solomon, I don't know if you're listening to this, but I hope you join the hot tub deal on New Year's Eve. That'll be a lot of fun. Bali songs, Feliz Navidad, or Police Nab Me Dad, as some say in the UK. Hope you have a lovely festive rest. Thank you very much, Bali songs. I appreciate that. And I hope you had a good day in the UK. Mom needs a beach house. Merry Christmas, MLH and Bernie. Mom needs a beach house. Thank you very much. I hope you had a great holiday. Barbara Vodapest says, I can see that Denver will beat the Chiefs today. I'm glad you finally came to your senses, Barbara. One more, and we're the #1 seed on our way to the Super Bowl, Barbara. But that's a tall task, but I think we can do it. Denver's having a great year. The Chiefs will bounce back next year, Barbara. Teams like that always do. Lumpy the truck driver, our buddy Brandon says, Merry Christmas. For tomorrow, you should do an ad about Skittles and the different flavors he will need for lipstick. Maybe Lumpy. Brenda Baldoff says, Merry Christmas, MLH and Bernie. Merry Christmas to you, Brenda. Jackie with the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Jackie. Thank you for being a very cherished member of the Monster Squad. Blessed Gloria. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad a usted, Gloria. Thank you very much. Alan B, happy Christmas. Hope to talk soon. All the best. I hope to talk to you soon too, Alan. I sent you an email a while back. I don't know if you've checked your email, Alan, but thank you for that. Noel Armisen says, if they went into the building before getting a warrant, they have a problem. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. This is an interesting point, Noel, and stay tuned, because I think that they made a mistake on this one. I really do. What street is this? I think it was Robin Lane. No, I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back and look, but it was crazy. I think they entered that house. They did have a warrant, but I think they entered before they had that warrant, which is a no-no. Sandy, the crocheting wizard, another very cherished member of the Monster Squad, said, I was listening to someone who was packing for a hiking camping trip, and one thing he said he needed to pack was a bucket to do his business in. I laughed out loud, for real. Yeah, it's one thing to go camping and having a shit bucket, Sandy. It's another to just have a shit bucket, which he's trying to distance himself from. Gina on the replay crew on the Tamale Kitchen one. Ooh, yeah, the Tamale Kitchen stream was a fun one. Drifter Wars. I haven't watched Dick or Chick's channel for months, as it was too boring and repetitive, always putting up pictures of Vaughn's blue tarp and laughing at it. I keep ignoring the notifications, but today I decided to check out what's new, and to my surprise, she put up that same picture of Vaughn's blue tarp, and they laughed at it. They have been doing the same thing every stream for several months, and guess who was on there joining in on the repeated attacks on Vaughn? That's right, the person who criticized MLH for attacking one person day after day. David B was on there for hours, not tending to his care and duties. They had zero content of their own, unlike MLH, who always has new cartoons, songs, ads, and segments created daily. Well, at least every other day, Drifter. But I do appreciate that. And that's a good point that I try to make to everybody. What actual content does Slappy have? He never has any content. Ever. I mean, regardless of what you think of how funny our content is or not, we have content. That's kind of the point. Drifter Wars continues. Slappy said his mom doesn't want presents off of him. She would rather him spend the money on himself, staying away from home, traveling all over the country. She avoids talking about him at family gatherings and with friends, according to what Kitty tells us. So that tracks that she would rather him keep traveling. She would rather him do anything than be where they are, Drifter Wars. It's pretty apparent. One more from Drifter Wars. We all are aware of how boring the Gimp is when he mansplains and drags out his explanations about everything. He's in his 60s, very bitter and angry with the situation he's stuck in. He wishes he was free to travel and do as he wants, and is the type of person who would still use a typewriter to send a mailed letter to a close friend to tell them how much he idolizes them. Apart from three things to throw people off the track, that very, very lengthy letter that Slappy read out was word for word everything that the Gimp keeps saying on a daily basis. Well, look, Drifter Wars, I think you got some good points here. It's my understanding you're actually a bit older than David B. Drifter Wars. So for you to point out that he's the type of person to use a typewriter, yeah, thanks, Drifter Wars. You are very, very attuned to what's going on out here. Drifter Wars with another one. He says he is genuinely worried about someone traveling 2,700 miles from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast to eat his mom's cat. Remember, he tried to say the same thing about Laura's dog. This guy has zero worries about lying to a judge and making false allegations, like the fact that people were threatening to eat his dog when he doesn't own Foxy. Laura does. And him and Laura were not a couple at the time he made the claim. He just pulls shit out of his ass, does he not, Drifter Wars? Laura DOA says, seems like a Fourth Amendment violation to me. It does, Laura DOA. I did a stream before the stream, and it was a very concerning thing. And I will follow up on that one as well, Laura DOA. So stay tuned on that. Cinderelli says, I wished he would sue me, all my pain and suffering. Yeah. I mean, look, he's suing everybody. So, I mean, that's according to him. King Charles says, huh? This was sent to you? Can you say I don't know anything of what I'm talking about with actually saying you don't have a clue? This person believes you're in California. I feel like this is an old fart or some young dumb kid. Kind of hurt my head trying to follow along. What a display of intelligence, to be honest. This is in response to an email I posted. I got a very threatening email from this idiot, which I eventually blocked. His name was William Stryker, which is not a real name. That's a comic book reference to a Thorn in the X-Men side. So this person's an idiot. I just blocked him because I'm like, look, this was a threat. Now, if he comes back with another email, now I got a case against this guy. We'll figure out where it came from and go from there. But it was very concerning. CBF says that's some kind of weirdo. I bet the feeds have him on site kind of list. Yeah. I think I agree with you, CBF. I think he's a special ding dong. Paige says, so you know what the bad guy from an X-Men movie is upset about? He doesn't specify the community. Yeah, it's really weird, Paige. William Stryker heads the Federal Mutant Hunting Task Force in the X-Men comics. Yep, he does, geek. I picked up that reference a long time ago. This isn't the first time I've dealt with William Stryker. Fab Daddy says, William, shame on this post. The FBI and HSI is on the way to your house, you moron. Oh, Fabdrez. Keeper says, anarchist? MLH, I didn't know you were an artist. Yeah, I'm not. More like Flea says, anarchist? I prefer antichrist, but that's just me. Well, if you listen to most everybody nowadays, Flea, I'm the antichrist, apparently. Flea Bottomist, Flea also says, you're there, fixed it for you, Fruit Loop. Yeah, there was some grammatical errors in that email for sure. Lumpy says, I know I'm short, but dang, I was on a 20-foot ladder with a net and still that went off my head. What in God's green earth is that guy talking about? Yeah, Lumpy, who knows? But I took it as a threat. Lumpy continues, I know why his butt hurts, because he forgot the key and baby oil and the Hawk Tui. Well, I mean,
my butt hurts.
I mean, just saying. Noel says non-compost mentis, and I used to know what that meant. Let me Google translate that for you all. Hold on 1 second. I shall do that. Let's see. Let me look at all this stuff. Community, view all. It was an amazing little yeah, here it is. It's not in his right mind. That's what that means. I think you're right, Noel, and I appreciate the support, Noel. I know you're an old school supporter of my 1A efforts, and I do appreciate it. Benson, the grammar is amazing. I know, Benson, that they really show themselves when they do that. Drifter Wars, back with another comment. He accused Jessica Palmadessa of wanting views and fame by having a YouTube and a TikTok channel. Wow. That is exactly what every YouTube streamer wants, including the hungry person who does multiple lengthy streams every day of the year and has multiple YouTube channels and channels on Rumble, TikTok, Facebook, etc. This is yet another example of him projecting his real-life actions and thoughts onto other people. This is interesting, Drifter Wars, because it makes a good point. Everybody that's on YouTube wants clicks and views. Okay, let's be honest about it. I'm the same way. I'm not as thirsty as somebody like Slappy, But here's the difference. I actually do provide content.
And
I mean, what?
you know what else?
What?
You're the most beautiful person.
I'm not the most beautiful
Inside
person.
and out.
I'm not the
Sorry.
most beautiful person.
Continue. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not the most beautiful person, Bernie. That I'm the most beautiful person to you because you're biased, but you know,
You are.
I'm biased towards you too.
Never.
All right, Drifter Wars continues saying defamation is only defamation if the comments are untrue. If they are true, then it is definitely not defamation. He says he wants to sue Aaron for saying that he thought Laura was a Russian spy. I have clips of Slappy saying that he thought Laura was a Russian spy. He said it seriously multiple times on multiple streams. Then in later streams, he joked about it. Now he's denying ever saying it, or if he did say it, it was just a joke. I agree, Drifter Wars. And by the way, you can't sue somebody for defamation for defaming someone else. You understand? Like that's just the stupidest shit ever, man. I don't understand. I'll get to chat in just a second here, y'all. I know I haven't been reading you guys' chat. I'm just reading the comments here. Tracy Murphy, thank you for being a Monster Squad member, says, obviously the sender is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Can they show us on the MVP doll where they were hurt? Yeah, thanks, Tracy. I appreciate that. Belinda Woolridge says, what were you doing stalking people, Emily? Oh, well, you know. I wasn't stalking anybody. I was making sure people's rights were not violated by the police, Belinda. Breezy says anyone he wants to put an RO on needs to show how he has been calling people different names and making false statements about them or others for the past 3 years. He should know people have all that. Well, Breezy, yes, I agree with you 100%. Beachcomber says, trying to catch up, but some little thing called Christmas got in the way. Hope you're all enjoying the holidays. Thank you very much, Beachcomber. I do appreciate that. And Becky with the last comment. This is infuriating. So glad you were there to document and offer support. 100%, Becky. That's kind of what I do. All right, let's see if there's any held comments. I'm sure there's quite a few. Another word for William is dick. That is true, Fab Driz. Oh, Blue Marlin. Here we go. Okay, so I want to address this. Anthony D'Amato, he says, is a child predator who was shielded by the court system, and it's unfair that you refuse to address it. I will probably be watching other streamers now because of that. Blue Marlin, I am no friend. I know you did a whole Reddit post about me, right? That I'm somehow a ZDT simp. I want to make it very clear. I don't support ZDT in any shape, form, or fashion. There, I said it, Blue Marlin. I don't have to go on my stream. See, here's the thing, Blue Marlin. You don't have to listen. You're right. Continue, go wherever you want. I don't care. I mean, I would prefer you to stay here, but if this offends you that I don't go hard after ZDT day in and day out, that's my prerogative. See, this is my channel. I do what I want to do on this channel. And right now, I have a mission to make sure that another fucking menace to society named Slappy goes to jail. That is my sole purpose right now. Okay. When I addressed the ZDT thing weeks ago, I said I'm not going to kick somebody for seeking out help. Okay. I do agree that he is a predator, which I conceded in the Reddit post, which it's all there for everybody to see. Okay. I do not support him in any shape, form, or fashion. Matter of fact, if you go to the first stream that he did, he started bashing me, which I think is a coordinated effort between him and Starchy and even Slappy to take my channel down and to influence others to do the same. Okay, it's me against the world right now, Blue Marlin, and you're part of that whole fucking effort to take my channel down. All right, either complicitly or not complicitly, you are part of the problem. So I don't care what you think about me, but one thing you need to understand is I am not a supporter of ZDT in any form, shape, or fashion. Okay, period. The guy's an asshole. The guy, I do think it's suspect, the timing of him going into a mental health facility. He did a plea deal, which means he's guilty. From what I'm hearing, he got 3 years, 3 years probation for the disgusting things he did to Solomon and his mother. Good. I wished it was more. You said some things though, Blue Marlin, that you have no receipts for on that Reddit thing, like that he beats women. I want to see the receipts for those, because I'm not going to call anybody out for doing stuff that they may or may not have done without the proof. And when I asked you receipts, because you said that I berate anybody for talking about ZDT in my chat, I want to see those receipts, Blue Marlin. Okay, show me those receipts of me berating anybody in my chat for talking about ZDT. And I tell you what, it never happened. So shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of the community if that's how you feel about me. Okay, there, I said it. Okay, now here's another one. Literally tell truth. Who's the MFer cashing out Scott Hochstetter's and Scott's no victim? I guess it took you too long to figure out. I don't know what you're talking about. Literally tell truth. But what Ellie is saying is real. Sock calling everyone name, uses very animated, a lot seen it. Nerd Report didn't do nothing wrong. Got it, cop. Let's see. I'm just kind of reading through all this. It's called Cop. Let's see. I have no idea what you're talking about here. Literally tell truth, but thanks for the comment. I'll try to parse through that later. It's let's see. All grifters, maybe so are you, taking advantage of the protest, caring about your donos. Also, this is basically bashing me. Literally tell truth. I don't understand. Okay. Drifter Wars. 3 years ago, Slappy was threatening lawsuits against Red Squirrel and others. I have the video clip of him saying it, but nothing has happened. Kitty said she has plastic tubfuls of photos, copies of screenshots from several years ago, which she was meant to use to sue people. Slappy is exactly the same as ZDT, who used to constantly talk about lawsuits and witness lists. Nothing ever comes of his lawsuits, and look where ZDT is now. I've said it before, Drifter Wars. I mean, put up or shut up. I haven't seen any paperwork yet. So, I mean, let's speed it up. I mean, the clock's ticking, Slappy. I think you got a year on your fucking defamation shit. Slappy's word of the day will be division. Aaron is the person who caused all the division, period. That's it. Streets is also a person who caused all the division, period, because he didn't speak up about Aaron. Laura caused all the division because she controls who her friends can and can't talk to. I think Slappy's list of all the people who caused all the division is never ending. Meanwhile, the reality is he is the sole person to cause all the division. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. Literally tell truth, I believe, is a DOA simp. It looks like it. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Pippi is now a Mina simp. Sorry, Pippi had to go to the dark side, but that's just the way things are apparently. Drifter War says, MLH, we the viewers, the YouTube should be allowed to watch whatever channels we want and comment whatever chat we want. There are streamers saying do things we like and dislike. We can agree with the things we like and disagree with things we don't like. This BS of not sitting on fences and having to choose sides one way or another is childish. I agree with you. I think I read this comment before, Drifter Wars, but I do agree. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Pippi. Thanks. Let's see. Let's show some hidden comments. MAGA is so dumb. Well, I don't know if this was a MAGA person, but that email was dumb. Such BS, NJS says. Sassy Pants says, what a waste of air. You still sound stupid and desperate. I like ZDT's name for you. Mexican lion here. Woo, that was hard. 2 times speed, 10 minutes. That's all I can. Well, good. Thanks for the support, Sassy Pants. I know you're a big ZDT simp, bothering me. But thanks for the support and watching and also commenting. Tyrant cunts need to earn lead in shallow plots every time. Government employees are criminals. Yeah, I'm gonna delete that because I don't agree with the violent rhetoric there, but I do agree that government employees are criminals for the most part, especially the police. Erie Forever and politicians, by the way, says those anti-science Earth is only 6,000-year-old talking points are treasured by your basic bitch 1/6 people, QAnon, RFK, worm brain, and people who make their daughters do the promise ring ceremonies. His problem is even they hate him. Yeah, that was. Yep. Okay. Let me just do all this. Juju Travels, the Timu Sam Kinnison. Okay, I got you. All right, let me go back to the comments and go through them again real quick here. Thanks for supporting the stream. Literally tell truth. I think. Oh, did I miss that? Okay, cool. And cool. All right, let's go to mentions. KT PETA mentioned me. Thank you very much. Carol mentioned me. Thank you very much. Mrs. J mentioned me. Thank you, Mrs. J. And 2 weeks ago, Blank Page mentioned me as well. All right. I think we're good here. Yeah, we're all good. Okay. That was a mouthful. That was a lot. Okay. Let's stop this. Let me get to your comments here. Moth Marang, is he in there? What's up, Marth? It's sad about Pippi. She was always nice to me. I wonder what happened that made her turn. Let me explain what happened, Sassy. Okay, so apparently Kenny had made some comments about her, about essaying her, and she took exception to the fact that I wasn't out there every day, talking about Kenny, and still had Kenny in my chat, and insinuated that I supported all that and stuff like that. And I had email exchanges with Pippi saying that absolutely not. I do not support Kenny's rhetoric. Okay. But he follows the rules when he's in here. He doesn't, attack anybody when he's in my chat, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So, I mean, first of all, I am not the arbiter of everything on YouTube. I cannot control what everybody does on YouTube or says on YouTube. Okay. I am adamant against that type of rhetoric. I think Kenny knows that, but Kenny also knows he has to follow the rules in this chat, just like Pippi does, just like Pinche Becky does, just like everybody in chat. And everybody knows that this chat is a safe place for everybody to be. Okay. It's a place where, even if you don't get along, you can, it didn't show your mention, Afila. Hold on. Let me go back and look at that. How long ago was it, Afila? I know I'd seen one of your mentions a while back. No, but it's not showing. That's crazy. Afila, I know you mentioned me. I did see it. That's really weird. Huh. I don't know, Afila. I mean, that's really weird. I did see it though. But I don't see it now. I don't really know. That's Ellie's job, MLH King Charles says. But here's the thing. Look, I value everybody here, right? Well, according to Pippi, Afila, Kenny had mentioned that he wanted to essay Pippi. All right. I have never seen the screenshots to that effect. So I'm not saying he didn't say it, because Kenny has said a lot of, awful things, right, that I don't agree with. But that's on his channel. When he's here, he never says any of those things. And he, so I'm not going to kick someone out based on someone else's word. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? I mean, it's really weird. Um, Fila, I'm sorry it didn't show up there. Like I'm looking and it's just not there. If you said it only shows a week ago. That's really weird. And I know I seen that, Afila. I did see it. But anyways, addressing this Pippi thing, look, I always liked Pippi's contributions in here. I don't have anything against her. I don't want anybody to go attacking her. I don't want anybody, following her around or any of that, because that's not who we are, right? I will welcome Pippi back when she, gets out of this headspace of me just, whatever she has against me. It's just really weird. I don't understand it. It's I always loved to see Pippi in there. It was never, my intention to offend or anything like that, but I can't go based on someone's pure word of just blocking someone. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that even with a mod. The mods have very, very strict guidelines that they follow in this chat, and it's been working just fine, right? Like I said, there are um, people in here that may not like each other in other chats, right? But while you're in here, everybody gets along. So I don't understand the hate. I really, really don't understand. Why do people like to stir shit up? Way beyond me. I know, Janet. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And she was a lot of fun still, Sassy. I mean, I like I said, she's welcome here. Nobody's going to give her any shit while she's in here. So, I did what I had to do. Foxy says Pippi called Kenny a grapist. I saw it myself. She's a liar and defamer. I'm not going to go that far, Foxy, but I will say that she's been a thorn in my side for quite a while now. I didn't want to go public with anything because that's not who I am. I don't, do that type of thing, at all. But yeah, I mean, you guys know that this chat is for everyone, and it's just the way that it is. But I think, look, I'm not saying Pippi is part of this, but I think there's a coordinated effort between Slappy, ZDT, Starchy, and a bunch of others to try to give me grief. So, I mean, like I said, it's just business as normal. You got people trying to make me say and do things that are not what I'm about, right? So it is what it is. And what I'm going to say is we're going to continue doing what we want to do on this channel, not what someone else wants me to do. Like Blue Marlin wants me to just, I don't know how else I can spell it out for people about my lack of support for ZDT. Okay. I'm going to let ZDT do his own thing because that's what he wants to do. If he wants to restream my streams, all that's going to do is bring eyeballs and attention to my stream. That's it. I'm not addressing any shit that goes on with him because I've got a different mission here, So that's what I'm going to tell everybody. Okay. I appreciate all of you. But I have to go because I've got to go do work away from work. You know what I mean? Stinky Cat says they are trying to make you their content because they have none. I think so, Stinky. I think that's the case. Well, I mean, keep at it. You want to see me do homeless outreach and bitch about how many people I've served and how many hot dogs I've given out and all that shit? Feel fucking free. I don't care. All it's going to do is bring more eyeballs to me. And some of your people will actually find out that I'm not as bad as what you're saying. It happens all the time. Okay. All right. That's all I got for you guys. You guys have a great, wonderful day. Stay safe out there. Thank you watching live streams. What's up, Riddle? Riddle, I want to email you on something. I'll try to remember what it was, but it was something relevant that I want to Actually, I know what it is. I'll email you after the show. You guys have a great day, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, I appreciate the support. Um, what's up, Good Citizen Media, Breezy, everybody? All right, you guys have a great day. If you guys are struggling with your mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and sometimes that helps. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember somebody out there thinks you are their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There is a hotline you can dial in North America. That hotline is 988. You can either text or dial that number, okay? If you're not in North America, type in your browser of choice, mental health help, click on any of those options, and you'll eventually get connected with somebody that can help you out. Take care. Stay safe. I know the holidays can be rough, but we'll get through this, okay? And I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great one. See you all on the next one, which will be, I might be here Monday, actually. And then after that, I'll decide whether or not I want to take the rest of the week off. But you guys have a really, really great day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, everybody. Hey, Sally.